Hi, welcome to Churchill County Library Storytime. My name is Jess. Today the book I have for you is called A Rock is Lively by Diana Hutz Aston and Sylvia Long. And this book today is a nonfiction book, and its nonfiction number is 552. So if you want to look for books for more rocks, you can do that. Look at all those pretty rocks. A Rock is Lively, and this is published by Chronicle Books. A rock is lively. Bubbling like a pot of soup deep beneath the earth's crust, liquid, molten, and boiling. So do you know what that is? A rock is mixed up. All rocks are made of a mix of ingredients called minerals. So all those rocks made up this rock. And as you can tell, I'm not going to read all the words to you today. A rock is galactic. Outer space is a shower of rocky fireworks. Have you ever seen a shooting star? Or maybe you've seen a meteor? Or the comet when it flew by? Those are all made out of rocks. And sometimes they don't explode totally in space, and they'll drop to the Earth's surface, and then it's called a meteorite. And sometimes, if you're lucky, you might find one of those. A rock is old. The oldest rock ever found was nearly 4.5 billion years old. Do you think maybe that rock was around when the dinosaurs were? A rock is huge. This is a mountain made of sandstone, and it's considered a rock. And rocks are tiny. I'm sure you've seen rocks when you've walked by a river or at the ocean, just tiny little pebbles. A rock is surprising. Those are the insides of rocks. And sometimes if you find one here in Nevada, this is what it might look like. See, on the outside, it just looks like a regular old rock. But if you crack it open, look what's inside. Can you see all those little sparkles? I used to crack open rocks a lot. I always put them in a plastic bag and then would wear safety goggles. And then you crack them with a hammer. And sometimes this is what you'll find. A rock is inventive. Humans used to chisel rocks into sharp-edged weapons and tools. And they would use them to cut their food up with or grind some wheat and corn for them to make bread with. Today, humans use rocks to make cement, bricks, paper, pencils, and toothpaste. A rock is creative. Maybe some of you have been to Grimes Point, and these are called petroglyphs. And if you've been up there, you have seen those petroglyphs. It was a way of communicating. In more recent history, artists and builders have chiseled great sculptures and monuments from all kinds of rocks. This is Mount Rushmore. And this is called the Taj Mahal. It's in India, and it's made of marble. And there's the Great Pyramids of Egypt. A rock is recycled. It's called the rock cycle. It gets baked and squeezed and tumbled around on the earth in rivers and oceans, and then it gets eventually goes back down into the earth, and it becomes the magma again, which then makes more rocks when it explodes. Then a rock is once again lively. I hope you enjoyed that story, and I wonder if you see what I'm wearing today, because if you have, that is going to be your craft today, and I will explain how to make it. I'll see you next time. Thanks. Okay, for your craft today, it will come in this little package, just like this. And what I would suggest is that you dump all the beads out on a plate so you can kind of see what you have. Then you can organize them. And this little guy is holding a rock. I don't know what kind, but I bet if you looked in one of the rock books, you might be able to figure it out. And these were donated to us by Churchill County Museum. So we were really happy about that, and we thank them for them, because I think we'll have fun with these. So this is what it looks like, and it's pretty sturdy, so I don't think it will break on you. And then just arrange your beads. The string that we're using today is like for a real necklace. And I'm going to show you how to put it together at the end. But you'll have to kind of plan ahead. So if you want your little guy in the middle, you'll want to put the beads on one side, make kind of a pattern. Just string them on however you want. I'll string a few. So then you would put this little figure on. And then on the other side, you would string the same pattern if you want, or you can make it any way you want because it's your project, okay? And you can put as many beads on as you want. When you get all done, here's the end that you were stringing the beads through. And then you have this little coil. And what you have to do, or you can have your mom or dad help you, you put the end of the string in the coil like that, and then you want to just tap it down. You don't have to use a hammer. You can use anything. When I did mine, I used my water bottle. So you just tap it. You don't have to tap it real hard, just enough to smash it down. And then it will hold it in place, and it won't come unstrung. So I hope you will enjoy this, and if you have any questions, call me. But really, the only mistake you don't want to make is one I made at first, is I thought, well, I can just use my scissors to squeeze those coils together. But don't do that, because it cut the coil. So, okay, just use something hard to kind of smash it down so it holds it in there. Okay, I hope you have fun with this, and as always, we'd love to see your pictures.